My name is Ritesh Singh and today we are going to discuss the topic averages. Now the first thing and the only formula that we have to use in the averages chapter is that averages is equal to the sum of the quantities upon the number of the quantities. So first thing is that average, or what is also called as mean, is equal to the sum of the quantities upon the number of quantities. Which can be written as sigma of n upon n. So what we have to remember in as far as the average topic in the aptitude section is concerned is that the formula for calculating the average is equal to sum of the numbers or sum of the quantities upon the number of the quantities. Now we are going to solve the questions and find out how we can apply the formula in the questions and get the answers. The first question that we are going to do is, we have A, B, C and D are 4 consecutive even numbers and we are given that their average is 65 and we have to calculate the product of numbers A and D. Now let us solve this particular question. The first thing that we have to see here is that we have to consider four consecutive even numbers. If the first even number we suppose is n, then the next 3 consecutive even numbers are going to be n plus 2, n plus 4 and n plus 6. So let us assume that A is n, then B is going to be n plus 2, C is going to be n plus 4 and D is going to be n plus 6. Okay. Now what we are given is the average of the numbers A, B, C and D. Average of A, B, C and D, which will be equal to sum of A plus B plus C plus D upon the number of quantities, which here is 4, A, B, C and D. So upon 4. Now if we substitute A, B, C and D as n, n plus 2, n plus 4 and n plus 6 in this particular formula, we will get 4n plus 12 upon 4, and we are given that the average of these four numbers is 65. So from here we can calculate the value of n. 4n plus 12 is equal to 65 into 4. So we are going to get 4n is equal to 248 and n is equal to 4 5 are 20, 4 6 are 24 and 4 2 are 8. That is, n is going to be equal to 62. Now, once we have obtained the value of n, we have basically obtained the number A. Once we know A, we know B, C and D as n plus 2, n plus 4 and n plus 6 respectively. Once we know A and D, we can easily calculate the product of the numbers A and D. Let us calculate the product of the numbers A and D. So we know that n is equal to 62. I hope it is clear. Now given that n is equal to 62, A is going to be 62 and D is going to be n plus 6, which is going to be equal to 68, and then we can easily calculate A into D, which will be equal to 62, 68, 8 to just 16, 8 5 48, 40, 49, and 2, 1, 36, 37, 6, 1, 8, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 6. So the answer is going to be for this particular question is going to be 4216. It was a very basic question, and exactly speaking, all the questions in the average topic are very easy questions if you simply remember the formula that average of n numbers is equal to sum of the n numbers upon n. Now we are going to solve few more questions from average topic, and so that if there is any doubt regarding the average topic, it gets cleared. So now we are going to solve the second question. Now we are going to solve the second question, and this is a question from 2013 GATE examination. The question is that in summer of 2012 in New Delhi, the mean temperature of Monday to Wednesday was 41 degrees centigrade, and Tuesday to Thursday was 43 degrees centigrade. Now we are being asked that if the temperature on Thursday, we are being given that if the temperature on Thursday was 15% higher than on Monday, then we have to calculate the temperature. Then the temperature on Thursday was. So I hope the question is clear. We are being told that in the summer of 2012 in New Delhi, the mean temperature of Monday to Wednesday was 41 degrees Celsius and Tuesday to Thursday was 43 degrees Celsius. If the temperature on Thursday was 15% higher than that on Monday, then the temperature on Thursday we have to calculate. Now the answer is, let us assume that the temperatures on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday are M, T, W, TH, FR and S respectively. These are the temperatures. In that particular case, it is given to us that the average temperature from Monday to Wednesday, that is M plus T plus W upon 3, is given as 41 degrees Celsius, and we are also given that the average temperature from Tuesday to Thursday, that is T plus W plus TH, was 43 degrees Celsius. Okay, and it is also given to us that if the temperature on Thursday was 15% higher than that on Monday, which would mean that TH is equal to 15% higher is nothing but 1.15 times of temperature on Monday. Okay, and then we have to calculate the temperature on Thursday. So we have to calculate this value of TH, which we will be able to find out if we find out M. Okay. So what we can do in this particular question is that from this particular equation we can calculate the value of M plus T plus W, which will come out to be equal to 123. Then from here we can calculate the value of Tuesday plus Wednesday plus Thursday, which will be equal to 129. Okay. After obtaining these two values, what we can do is this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Now after obtaining these two values, what we can do is that we can subtract equation 2 is subtracted, or I should say rather that equation 1 is subtracted from equation 2. I hope that you have noted down till here. We have the temperature, average temperature from Monday to Wednesday equal to 41 degrees Celsius, the average temperature from Tuesday to Thursday equal to 43 degrees Celsius. From these two equations we obtain Monday's temperature plus Tuesday's temperature plus Wednesday's temperature equal to 123, and Thursday's temperature plus Wednesday's temperature plus Tuesday's temperature is equal to 129. We are stating this as equation 1, this is equation 2. Now we are subtracting equation 1 from equation 2. So when we do that, we will obtain this Tuesday and Wednesday will cancel out. We will get Thursday minus Monday equal to 6, and Thursday minus Monday from this particular equation, which we can call as equation 3. We are given that Thursday is equal to 1.15 times of Monday. So Monday is basically going to be equal to, from this equation, Thursday upon 1.15. So Thursday upon 1.15 is equal to 6, and from this equation we can obtain the value of Thursday, and this will come out to be equal to 46. So it was a very basic question, as all the questions in the case of averages are. You simply have to apply the formula that average of n quantities is equal to the sum of the n quantities upon the number of quantities. Now we are going to solve the third question in the average topic. Now this particular question is 2014 GATE question. The question is, we have to find out the average value of multiples of n from 2 to 198. Now basic concept and knowledge of arithmetic progression is required here. When we have to calculate the average value of multiples of 10 from 2 to 198, then we know that the last number before 198, which is a multiple of 10, is going to be 190, and the first number which is going to be multiple of 10 after 2 is going to be 10. Now, to calculate the average of the multiples of 10 from 10 to 190, we need to know how many numbers are there between 10 and 190. For that, we will use the formula of arithmetic progression, that nth term is equal to a plus n minus 1 d. Now here the nth term is 190, first term is 10 plus n minus 1, and the difference, because it is multiples of 10, is 10. So we will get 180 is equal to n minus 1 into 10. That is, we will get n minus 1 is equal to 18, or n is equal to 19. Once we have obtained the 19, then it is very simple and very easy to obtain the average of multiples of 10 from 10 to 190, because then it would be equal to 10 plus 20 plus 30 up to 190, and upon the number of terms which we have just found out is equal to 19. And when we will calculate this, then it will come out to be equal to 100. Now, needless to say that even here, to calculate the sum of these things, we can apply the formula for the sum of an AP. So we will have 2a, that is 2 into 10, 2a plus 19 by 2, that is going to be n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1, 18 into d. Okay, so this is going to be 19 by 2, 20 plus 180 is going to be equal to 1900, and 1900 by 19, the answer will come out as 100. So I hope this particular question is clear. The first thing that we did was that we found out which term of the series 190 is of the series multiples of 10. So 190 is equal to 10 plus n minus 1 into 10. We calculated that the number of terms in the series 10, 20 up to 190 is 19. Then we had to calculate the average. We know that the average will be equal to 10 plus 20 up to 190 upon the number of terms which we have just now calculated as 19. And then we can calculate the sum of this expression by using the formula of sum of an AP, which will come out to be 1900. And 1900 upon 19 is equal to 100, and the average and the answer of this question is going to be 100. So, in a nutshell, the topic of averages is very easy. All we have to do is apply the formula that the average of n numbers is equal to sum of the n numbers upon the quantity, that is n, and we will be able to obtain the answer by applying this particular formula and other basic stuff like sum of an AP, etc. for any question that is asked in any exam. So if you like the video and I have been able to explain it clearly, then please subscribe to my channel One Stop Study Point, and leave a comment below that what is the topic that you would like me to cover next. Thank you.